G'day! I enjoyed the last video so much talking about 5 ways to generate more sales on your e-commerce website that, guess what? I've come up with another 5. In the first video, what we talked about was that rather than trying to find new customers all the time, focus your marketing efforts on your existing customer base. The second thing is make sure your website is secure so that customers feel comfortable. Then we said you need to use video demonstrations because people really relate to videos. Number 4, if you're using customer testimonials, that's great, but make them as good as you can by adding photos and making them more authentic. And number 5, don't forget about mobile users. I gave you all sorts of stats about 48% of millennials doing all their shopping on the phone and so on. So let's now look at 5 more ways to get more sales from your e-commerce site. So I want to keep making the point that these tips mostly will work for service business as well, not just for strictly e-commerce product site. What's tip number 1? Offer more discounts. Now that may sound simple, but not enough companies are offering discounts to their customers, so you can be one of them. If you're worried about your profit margins, then just use a marketing strategy that is as old as time, or nearly as old as me. Jack up the base price of each product and then put it on sale. It's simple. So many times I see websites offer up to a certain percentage of select items. You know, that sort of works, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing compared to 40% off everything on the site or a great deal on your services for a limited time. Everyone loves getting a good deal, and that's a really great way to drive sales. Number 2, showcase your top selling items. Give your customers some direction. You know, some things are better for them than others, so show them what people are buying the most. Somebody like Alison Harkin, who's the owner of the wonderful Limelight Creative in Scotland, can showcase the brand logos that she's designed for her clients, which actually includes us and our amazing logo. I think it looks absolutely great. When websites actually include a kind of bestseller category on the homepage, everybody knows, there's a reason why this is in the bestseller category, even if they kind of can't work it out themselves, but they're drawn towards it. Not everybody browsing on your site is going to know exactly what they're looking for. So if they get kind of shifted into looking at the best-selling things, which Amazon are absolutely brilliant at doing, then they may actually get drawn to those products that you have identified as being the most popular. They might just buy it. Now, here's a sneaky little trick. You can also take the opportunity to promote products with the highest margins. Now, even if they aren't your top sellers, actually, nobody needs to know that, you can still put them on your homepage. And in a perfect world, your top selling products are also your most profitable products. So try and make that happen. And if you need to make adjustments to increase profit margins, then do so. Number 3, FOMO. I'm sure you've heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. You've got to create a sense of urgency when you're selling products or services on your e-commerce site, even if it's artificial, because that's what gets clients and customers to act faster instead of waiting to complete the purchase at a later date, which they may just never do. So, you tell your customers that you have a limited quantity of items or a limited amount of available hours for new projects, even if that's actually not the case. It's kind of artificial, but you know, that's human nature and it works. This strategy can get a price-sensitive customer, which are most people, to actually make an impulse buying decision. It creates a fear that if they don't buy it now, they'll end up spending more money later. Another way to do this is by running flash sales. A friend of mine runs flash sales on a regular basis, and he does it through his Facebook group. Now, he built from 0 followers in 2017 to 13,000 now. And this is where most of his revenue comes from. And he's selling courses on how to write humorous content for cold emails, but it still works. It doesn't matter whether it's on YouTube, your website, or Facebook, flash sales work. Now, he's just run a flash sale on all of his ebooks, and he's run it at least 5 times in the past that I can remember. But the thing is, nobody else remembers that. And once again, he creates a sense of urgency. You've got to buy it by midnight tonight, otherwise you're going to miss out on a great deal. So 3 months later, guess what? You've got to buy it by midnight tonight, otherwise you miss out on a great deal. It is so much more effective than sending a coupon that expires at the end of the month. It just gives people an excuse to put their shopping off. Immediacy, immediacy, immediacy. That's what this is all about. You need to make sure that your marketing campaigns are actionable, okay? And that way you'll get more sales. Number 4, accept different payment options. You have to give people different options to pay for the products and services on your website. If you only accept Visa and MasterCard, you're alienating lots of potential customers. So you need to make sure that you've got the capability to accept debit cards, for example, in addition to credit cards. So make sure that your payment provider can handle these options. Companies like Stripe to check out are a lot less expensive than PayPal. So the trick is to have payment gateways that are really easy for everyone to use, no matter where they are. However, in my view, PayPal is the ultimate backstop because they really will do anything for anybody in any currency, including colored stones. They really are. But the last thing you want is a customer who wants to make a purchase but can't complete it because you can't take their primary payment method. Oh my God. Just think about continuing to adapt to all these new trends as well. For example, alternative payment options like Apple Pay are getting really popular as well. If you have a mobile application, customers can easily pay for items via Apple Pay with just a few clicks. Making the checkout process as simple as possible will actually help you get more e-commerce sales. And number 5, focus on your value proposition. But focus it on from the point of view of the customer. What does the customer see when they get to your website? Do they see your phone number? Do they see your mission statement? They aren't particularly effective. Instead, put a lot more emphasis on value. Show your customers what separates your products from similar items in the market. But when you do the value proposition, do it from the point of view of your customer, okay? So don't lecture them about what they can do with your product. Talk as though you know what the problem is that they've got to solve. And after you've done that, then you can start telling them about your product or service, okay? So you create a headline that captures the customer's attention, and then you add a brief description that explains exactly what the product does. And it's like no bells or whistles, it just explains what the product does. So a bullet list of the top features of your product or services allows customers to focus quickly without deciding whether or not you're overselling to them. So if you can create a highly effective value proposition, you will definitely be able to drive more sales on your site. So come up with that unique and actionable value proposition. These 5 tips and the 5 earlier are definitely going to help you boost sales of your products and services from your website, for sure. And if you like this topic, we have an upcoming online course that will teach you in detail everything you need to know how to get on your feet and build a business using your skills from scratch. And the link is in the description. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It'll help support the channel. And if there's anything that you would like for me to talk about, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to be part of the notification squad to get notified every time we upload, because I respond to questions in the first hour. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll catch you later.